Welcome back. So in this video, we're going to be talking about keywords. But before we move on to that, I want to talk about some of the new features that Yoast SEO has created. So the first thing you can see when you visit a page, you have two things here. You have readability and then you have SEO. So readability we'll talk about later, but SEO, it says not available. So what does that mean? Well, pretty much we haven't actually created or edited any of our SEO settings for this page. So what we're going to do is go through in this video and actually sequentially over the next few videos, start building up our SEO rating so that it is at least moderate or good. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about some of the features that it has created. So firstly, if you scroll down here, you can see we have two things. We have this section which talks a little bit about some of the things that we could use for our website and some problems analysis about our SEO. And then we can also talk about this cornerstone content and some other things. So we're going to talk about this a little bit later when we're adding our keywords. But if we actually go back to the pages section, you can see that it actually has created these two things here. So this stands for the SEO and this stands for the readability. So this has been added to every single page. And what we're going to do is go through, edit it so that it shows green and green. So first of all, let's talk about keywords. So what are keywords? Well, pretty much keywords are a way to identify content based on search history. So not search history, but a search. So let's talk a little bit and I'll give you an example. So let's say a user is searching for puppies, wants to find an adoption center. So what the user would search is puppies for adoption, right? So what happens is these puppy adoptive or just adoption centers in general, they would go onto their website, or if they're using WordPress, they'd go into Yoast and add a keyword called puppies for adoption. Then anyone who searches puppies for adoption, when it goes through those algorithms, if the keyword contains the search result, so if the search is equal to the keyword associated with the website, their SEO would go up majorly and pushed up maybe a few pages or even to the top results if the rest of their SEO is good. So you can see keywords are a pretty big part of how SEO works. And there are lots of tools out there to help you see what keywords are the best, but most of the time it's all through analysis of your own website. So pretty much, let's talk a little bit about how to add keywords. So what you're going to need to do is really think about what your website is. So, what is its purpose? Who's my target audience? What would they search? You want to put yourself in the shoes of whoever your target audience is. And then when you think about that, you can add many keywords. So don't worry, you're not limited to just one, but there's a difference between the focus key and keywords. You can see we have something called a focus keyword, which is going to be that main keyword that everything's focused around. Then you can add some sub keywords. So what you want to think is, what do you want to search? Now, because this is a landscaping service, all we have to do is think about who's our target audience. So this is most likely people who have gardens and want landscaping. It's not like anyone's just going to go and browse around landscaping websites for fun. So we're going to say landscaping, and then whatever country or city you're based in, you can also add that. So you can do landscaping and then your country name or city name, wherever you live. So again, because, landscaping is an offline business, so it's not really international. So obviously you're not going to be looking for people on the other side of the globe. It's pretty expensive to ship that kind of equipment. But yeah, so you get the idea. You're going to want to find keywords that, are predictable and you would think people of your target audience would search. So I'm just going to put here landscaping, but you can put whatever you want. Remember, it is totally up to you. And our SEO will show a lot of problems. And this is because, again, most of our text is not really related to, landscaping. It's all lorem text. See, if I actually change this to something like lorem, the SEO would slightly improve. And obviously you can see that was not the best example, but you get the idea. So there's also a bunch of things that you can look at here to improve. So I'm just going to put landscaping for now. And also you want to select this as cornerstone content because remember, it's only one page and this is your focus. So now let's look. The focus keyword doesn't appear in the first paragraph of the copy. So first of all, it shows that, in the first paragraph, it doesn't appear. Then we have some other problems, the keyword density, 0%. There's a lot of problems here, but let's talk a little bit about what you want to do when you see these problems. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to find the problems and try and fix them. So you're going to go through, see the problems, and if you can fix them, go ahead. And there's always going to be a few problems with your SEO. You can never have a perfect score unless you're extremely good at it, and it's even then it's still quite hard to achieve. So don't worry if you have a few problems that it's pretty much impossible to solve without generating more. Just try to get as little problems as possible, and also look at the improvements. The improvements can actually add a lot to your SEO score. So go ahead and look at those. So it's always, analyze, develop, analyze, develop, analyze, develop. So it's kind of like a cycle. So now you can add your secondary keywords. Now, unfortunately, you're going to have to go to premium, but don't worry about that. Your focus keyword is just good enough. You're not going to need any more than one. And like I said, you can add more than one. If you want to upgrade to premium, go ahead, but it's really not that necessary because everything's focused around your focus keyword. The secondary, third, fourth keyword, they're just kind of there, maybe to support your search a little bit, but they're not as important as your focus keyword. So you're going to want to make sure that this is something that is very important related to your website, and it is something that your users will search. That is the most important part. All right, so we covered the keywords. Let's move on to some of the other features related to our page SEO.